Coming into the gate then for race number 18, the final heat in the third leg of the solos for the British Masters 2006. Now on the line, Starter walks away, takes plumb, everybody gets away. Who's got the advantage? They come by us for the first time once again. Mitch Godden's made a good start. Martin Williams going through on the inside. Darren Pugh gets in the thick of the action, as is Daniel Winterton. But it's Martin Williams to lead into that top front. Martin Williams goes down. Yellow and red flags are out at the moment as Mitch Godden leads into the bottom corner for the first time. Red flags around. Red flags around. On the line then for race 18, restart. Starter walks away, they get away to a clean break this time. They come wise for the first time. Who's got the advantage? Again, Mitch Godden making a good start. Wayne Barrett, Martin still in. Darren Pugh looks, we've got bike problems there. He made a cracking start, was in fourth place. Is it bike problems going into that top corner? Mitch Godden Martin Sturgeon on his shoulder there. He's too long to go. They go into the bottom corner for the first time. Sturgeon on the inside, Godden round the outside. Barrett has got the third place position. And it is number 15, Martin Sturgeon, and leads. They come by us a complete one. The Godden in second. It's Barrett in third. Winston is in fourth place. Harris is in five. Darren Pugh has got bike from us. Left just the 5 on John Jefferies pulls a little bit of the track as well. So it's somewhat completely rolled up for the restart of race number 18. As Martin Sturgeon is a race leader into that bottom corner on lap number 2 from Mitch Godden holding that second place. Wayne Barrett trying to close the gap in third. These three pulling away from Daniel Winton 4. Harris is in 5, just a 5 run as they go down that back straight once again. The lead over Godden in second. It's still Barrett hanging on to that third. Winton is in 4. Harris in 5. As we see Martin Sturgeon, the clear race leader. He lost that flagger then. Full rider number 15, Martin Sturgeon, on course to pick up his first winning ride of the afternoon. Still Godden hangs on to that second with Barrett holding on to the third place. Winterton's got the 4. Harris in 5. A little bit spun out now and restarted race number 18. The race leader, Martin Sturgeon, into that bottom corner for the follow time and through to pick up maximum points out of restarted race number 18. Number 15, Martin Sturgeon, is the race winner. Mitch Godden has got the second place. Wayne Barrett comes across the line in third. Daniel Winterton picks up the fourth place. And we look back for Phil Harris to come across the line in the fifth place position. So race 18, sponsored by the Propagator Red Roof. The win for number 15, Martin Sturgeon. Second, number 9, Mitch Godden. And third, number 23, Wayne Barrett. 12 and 297. Winning time 1 minute 33.2. 1 minute 33.2. 1000cc sidecars on beaten. Paul Whitelam comes out for this first race. Myles Simmons has been there or thereabouts, as has John Halsey. Rick Mcauley has been in the thick of the action, so has Richard Thomas. Can anybody get near Paul Whitelam unbeaten in his opening two? Of course, Ian Whale in the chair, who partnered Rob Wilson to Masters success last year. Ian Whale linking up with Paul Whitelam this season. Steve Smith needs a good ride. Brilliant opening ride, disappointing in his second ride. He's right across on the far side of the grid there for this race number 19. John Halsey looks like he's going in alongside him. Myles Simmons coming in alongside him. Then we got Paul White and then Rick Mcauley. And that should leave Richard Thomas right on the inside of the track for race 19. On the line line then for race number 19. Started the third leg of the 1000cc sidecar. Mcauley making a good start as they got the back straight for the first time. Paul Whitelam in a dreadful start. He's got to try and work his way to the field. We've got one outfit left of the line. We've got yellow flags, red flags, yellow flags and red flags are out, because we've got all sorts of drama there, because Paul Whitelam had completely missed the start. Myles Simmons, his passengers, absolutely furious about that. They made a cracking start, and it was in fact Richard Thomas that got left on the line there, and that could have really made the sparks fly in 19, because Paul Whitelam had been unbeaten so far, had made a dreadful start. He was right back in 5th place, and certainly Myles Simmons, passenger Kevin Woodley, not pleased at all about that one being stopped, because they got an absolute flyer and were leading as they come by us for the first time. So they sort themselves back out then for the restart of race number 19. The interest to see who does make the start in this restart, because clearly Paul Whitelam had completely missed the start in the first running of this race. Started running across there to Richard Thomas, obviously problems with him. We're on the inside of the grid there. A little bit anxious, bit of a pushing at the tapes. Yellow flag back out. See that Steve Smith moved towards the tape, so they get themselves. Oh, and we've got a ragged start now. The inside's gone, the outside has stopped. Inside's gone, the outside stopped. So obviously red flag up straight away. So race 19 will have to be stopped again. So we've got the reigning champion, Rod Wilson, hasn't yet dropped a point so far, comes out in race number 20. He's probably been in the pits watching what was happening there with race number 19. Now he's got to come back out and try and collect another winning ride in race 20. At the line end for race number 20, they all get away to a clean break. Rod Wilson has made the best of starts. It's Colin Blackbourn and John Hiscock making the start there. On the inside, it's on the middle of the track, so problems again at the start of that one. The racing continues with 4 outfits only as they come down by us for the first time. They're 3 abreast coming out of that top corner. Wilson leads it, then Blackbourn in second. Hiscock's gone through the second place, relegating Blackbourn to that third place position. Rodgers has got the 4th place. We've got Matt Tyrrell and Winterburn have got going again. Matt Tyrrell pulls on the middle of the track. He's got problems, as did Rod Winterburn, but they've got going again. But Rod Wilson is the leader into that top corner. Then John Hiscock in second place. Colin Blackbourn is in 3rd. James Rodgers is in 4th. That's the pause. They come by us once again then. Rod Winterburn quite a way back there in that 5th place position as the reigning Masters champion. Rod Wilson leads and going up the back straight once again. Nicky Owen in the chair. He's pulling away from John Hiscock and Gareth Bemister holding that 2nd place position. Colin Blackbourn, Paul Whitelam Jr. in 3rd. James Rodgers and Damien James have got the 4th place position. A little bit spread out now in race number 20 as Wilson leads into that bottom quarter. With Blackbourn in 3rd, Rodgers in 4th, Winterburn's in 5 as it lead up the back straight for the follow time in race number 20. It is Rod Wilson, Nicky Owen well clear at the front, looking to make it 3 to 3 in the heats of the 1000cc sidecars. Rod Wilson once again picks up another winning ride. John Hiscock gets the 2nd place. Colin Blackbourn gets the 3rd. James Rodgers is in 4th. Rod Winterburn in 5th place. Race number 20, sponsored by Keith Sandercock Garage Bodmin. A win for number 24, Rod Wilson, Nicky Owen. 2nd, 184, John Hiscock, Gareth Bemister. And 3rd, number 25, Colin Blackbourn and Paul Whitelam Jr. 1 and 48. Winning time, 1 minute 28 dead. 1 minute 28. Looks like they're going back to race 19. Try and get this one away at the third time of asking. Myles Simmons, Steve Smith, John Halsey, Rick Mcauley, Paul Whitelam and Richard Thomas. Rob Wilson, Nicky Owen winning race number 20. Paul Whitelam will be looking for another winning ride in this race to keep his reigning Masters champion. Just moving into their various gating positions. Myles Simmons right on the outside, Steve Smith next to him, and we've got John Halsey, then Rick Mcauley, and Paul Whitelam, and right on the inside we've got Richard Thomas. They get away with a clean break this time. Paul Whitelam's made a good start. Myles Simmons has made a better start. Simmons leads going at the back straight for the first time. Whitelam's got the second. Smith in third. Halsey looking to get through into that third place. Simmons Smith locked shoulder to shoulder for that second, that third and fourth position. But it's Myles Simmons who leads. They come by us the first time. Then from Paul Whitelam in second. John Halsey in third. Steve Smith in fourth. Thomas in five. Rick Mcauley's in six and trying to get thrown into Richard Thomas. They go up the back straight once again, and there goes Halsey thrown into Whitelam. Whitelam again back round the outside. Halsey's moving through the second place, so Paul Whitelam is back in third place. He needs to get the winning position with Rob Wilson be unbeaten after his opening three rides. It's Simmons that leads it then, but Halsey in second place. Whitelam is in third, Smith in four, Thomas in five, Mcauley in six. That's the six as they go in that bottom corner once again. Myles Simmons starting to build a good lead at the front. Kevin Woodley, of course, in the chair. It's still John Halsey and Jason Glenie showing there's still a match for any crew in the country, hanging on to that second place position. Paul Whitelam in third, Steve Smith definitely getting closer in fourth place as Simmons leads him on to lap four. Then Van Halsey in second, it's Whitelam in third, Smith in four, Thomas in five, Mcauley in six. The battle's on, but third in fourth place is Steve having to go on the inside. Paul Whitelam, these two locked together coming out of that bottom corner. Steve Smith gets on the inside. Paul Whitelam to move through into third place as Myles Simmons leads into that top corner for the final time and picking up the victory in race number 19. Myles Simmons gets to winning right. John Halsey's got bike problems. That's interfered with Steve Smith. Drama again on that top corner in race number 19. Steve Smith had done all the hard work going up that back straight. He got past Paul Whitelam to move through into third place. He was looking for the second place of John Halsey. John Halsey right across in front of Steve Smith. He had the slow ride up, and I think Paul Whitelam was retaking that second place. We finally get a completion for race number 19, sponsored by Pasco Motorcycles of Halston. A win for number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. Second, number 92, Paul Whitelam and Ian Whale. And third, number 2, Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. 13, 60 and 51. Winning time 1 minute 28.2. 1 minute 28.2. Race 21 then, the final heat in the third leg of the sidecars. Ivor Matthews not the best of afternoons, neither is Matt Formrow and neither is Gary Jackson, so Mark Cossar was out on borrowed machinery the last time he was out. You can see that John Halsey, Jason Glenie getting the bike checked over in the middle of the track after coming to a stop in rerun race number 19. Riders coming out then for race number 21.
No breakdowns? She's always got
On the line then for race number 21, all 6 out for 10. Everybody gets away. Ivor Matthews makes a good start. Rob Bradley's made an even better one. Duncan Tolhurst has gone with him. Gary Jackson slips through into third place as Rob Bradley leads into the top corner for the first time. Duncan Tolhurst ducks in on the inside in that second place position. Ivor Matthews going right round the outside in third as Rob Bradley leads him, and Duncan Tolhurst in second. Matthews in third. Gary Jackson in fourth. Mark Cossar back in his own box is in fifth place. They go into that bottom corner for the first time. Then we've got Matt Formrow again. Desperately bad afternoon. Matt Formrow right at the back in sixth place again as Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson lead into that top corner. Duncan Tolhurst holds that second place. Ivor Matthews getting a little bit closer in third. Looking to get through on the inch of Tolhurst is Bradley and Simpson. Pull away at the front is still Tolhurst in second. Matthews in third. Jackson in fourth. Cossar in five. Former Roland Wilson back in sixth place. They go up the back straight once again. Rob Wilson is very quick coming out of that bottom corner. He's pulling away from Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson hanging on to that second place position. Ivor Matthews in third. Gary Jackson now coming under pressure from Mark Cossar. That's scrapped for fourth and fifth places as Bradley and Simpson lead him on to four. Then Tolhurst and Patterson in second. It's Matthews and Hogan in third. Jackson and Blyth in fourth. Cossar and Bend in five. Former Roland Wilson in sixth. They go up the back straight once again. A long look over his shoulder by Rob Bradley. He's increased his lead with every turn of the wheel. He leads into that top corner for the final time. These winning points, he will keep Rob Bradley very, very much in contention. Rob Bradley picks up the winning ride. Second is Duncan Tolhurst. A much better ride for Ivor Matthews getting the third. Cossar's got by Jackson and moved through into fourth. Gary Jackson in five. And a set-up race again for Matt Formarola in sixth place. Race 21, sponsored by Nigel Farwell, enthusiastic sidecar supporter. A win for number 87, Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson. Second, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. And third, number 15, Ivor Matthews and Dave Hogan. 37, 23, and number 5. Winning time, 1 minute 28 exactly. So red flag goes down. So it looks like we're going to go with what we got, I think, for race number 22. Yes, they're revving up on the line for race 22. Just the 4 outfits go. No team one and collect the replacement. They go up the back straight for the first time then. It looks like number 91 Lee Hicks that leads into that top corner for the first time. Byrne's gone through into the second place position. It is 91 Lee Hicks, the race leader, come by for the first time. It's number 40 Alan Pern there in second. Warren has got the third place. And number 8 Phil Sims is in fourth place. That's the 4 runners. They got the back straight once again then. It's still Lee Hicks, the race leader. Pern getting very close in second place. Good action between these two as they got that back straight on. Lap number 2 there pulling away from Tim Warren in third, with Phil Sims in fourth place again. Lee Hicks has gone wide again. Number 14 Alan Pern trying to come through on the inside, now moves his line to the outside. Hicks leads him and Pern in second place. Warren is in third, Sims in fourth. They got the back straight once again. The race leader is still number 91 Lee Hicks, with Alan Pern again trying to close the gap there in that second place position. These two are long way clear of Tim Warren in third, with the number 8 Phil Sims holding that fourth place again. Hicks using every inch of the track on that top bend. That's low. Pern to close the gap slightly as they move it on the 4. Got the bikes between these two as they hit that bottom corner for the second time. Hicks leads him and Pern in second. Warren still in third. Sims in fourth. They got the back straight and Pern's very quick coming out of that bottom corner. There's 2 bikes between these leading two as they move into the top corner for the final time. Lee Hicks just the advantage over Alan Pern in second place. Hicks again gone wide. Pern takes a much tighter line. It's going to be a race for the line. It's Lee Hicks that gets it, but Alan Pern in second place. It's going to be tight for third and fourth. Sims has gone through on the inside. Warren to move through in the third place on the final corner. Race 22, Victoria Heavy Haulage of St Austell. The sponsors, a win for number 91, Lee Hicks, Phil Collier. Second, number 14, Alan and Terry Pern. And third, number 8, Phil Sims and Daniel Bray. Fourth, 3:08. Winning time, 1 minute 30.6. 1 minute 30.6. So we've got Andrew Appleton yet to drop a point so far this afternoon. Comes out in race number 3. In race 23 he'll be looking for a 4th consecutive winning ride to go into those semi-finals and finals totally unbeaten. Of course, it's a points meeting right the way through, with all points counting in every race, including the final. Look down to the start line for race number 23. Main opposition should really come from Glen Phillips for Andrew Appleton. Everybody gets away. Somebody lifts out of the start. Daniel Winton lifts out of the start, but it's Andrew Appleton making a good start. Glen Phillips has gone with him. Martin Sturgeon's got the third. Gareth Hickman in 4. It's Daniel Winton in 5. That's the top 5 as they go to the back straight for the first time. Second place, Sturgeon in third. Hickman is in 4. That's the top four with Steve Lee going to 5, relegating Daniel Winterton to 6 as Andrew Appleton continues with his winning ways at the moment. He leads, completing the opening lap. Then Ben Phillips in second place. Sturgeon is in third. Hickmott is in 4. Winterton in 5. Lee now drops back to 6. They go to the back straight once again. And Andrew Appleton is absolutely storming away in race number 23. He's still going to finish holding that second place. And Martin Sturgeon in third. The main scrap is for 4th, 5th and 6th places as Appleton continues to dominate at the front from Phillips, trying to close the gap in second. Sturgeon hanging on to that third. Hickmott is in 4, Winterton in 5, Lee in 6, and they must have been 4th, 5th and 6th, and Winterton looking for that 4th place. And Hickmott, they move into the top corner once again. Steve Lee gives a big handful down the outside. Andrew Appleton increases lead with every turn of the wheels. He leads on the 4, and look at that scrap going on for the minor places. Still it's Phillips in second with Sturgeon in third. Lee's now got round the edge of Hickmott to move through into 4th place. Hickmott gets back through. Lee again trying to get back round. Daniel Winterton in the thick of the action. 3 abreast to 4th, 5th and 6th places. Lee again has moved round the edge of Hickmott to move through into 4th place. As the race leader Andrew Appleton makes it 4 to 4 in the heats of the 2006 British Masters. Glen Phillips gets the second place. Martin Sturgeon is in third. Tremendous race for 4th and 5th, and Steve Lee has got round the outside to get the 4th, and Gareth Hickmott in 5. Daniel Winterton is in 6th place. Race number 23, sponsored by the Granary Restaurant at Weybridge. Superb win again for number 4, Andrew Appleton. 4 rides, 4 wins in the qualifying heats. Second, number 42, Glen Phillips. And third, number 15, Martin Sturgeon. 93, 7, and number 12. Winning time, 1 minute 29.6. 1 minute 29.6. Race 24. Delete number 20, putting number 297, Phil Harris. Delete number 95, putting 23, Wayne Barrett. And delete number 81, Lewis Denham, putting number 117, Paul Derrick. There must be a major down, I would think, over Joe Screen coming out for this one as well. This heat sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Pete Chamberlain of Southampton, major supporters of Grasstrack racing. So the main interest should be, I think, Jamie Rodgers, who had a tremendous ride the last time, probably overshadowed by the injuries that took place behind him. This is race number 24. Gifford Evans in as a reserve, second reserve for the injured Joe Screen. Everybody makes a clean start. We're looking to see who's got the advantage. Come by us the first time. Jamie Rodgers, Mitch Godden, Wayne Barrett, Vince Kinchin, all 4 together going into that top corner. Jamie Rodgers sweeps in spectacular style around the outside of that top corner. Second, Barrett in third. Kinchin is in 4. Looks like Paul Derrick in 5. Gifford Evans worked his way through the field as the leader James Rodgers combines to complete the opening lap. He's got a big lead now. Rodgers leads it. Then Godden in second. Barrett in third. Kinchin is in 4th place, and look at that 3rd place of Wayne Barrett. Harris has gone through the 4. Melksham in 5. Derrick in 6. Gifford Evans the back race. Once again, good race. Can on the 3rd and 4th place. Kinchin looking for that 4th place with Wayne Barrett as Jamie Rodgers continues to dominate at the front, using every inch of this ultra quick track as he completes lap number 2. It's Godden in second. Kinchin's gone through in the 3rd, relegating Barrett to 4. Each 4 pulling away. Then Harris in 5. Melksham in 6. Paul Derrick in 7. Gifford Evans in 8. The leader Jamie Rodgers. Has he got trouble, or is he coasting into that bottom corner? No, I think he's coasting into the bottom corner. Turns the power on the exit from the corner. Jamie Rodgers now leads on the lap 4. Tremendous scrap for second and third between Godden and Kinchin. Kinchin, look at that second place of Mitch Godden. They go in that top corner once again. These 2 pulling away from Wayne Barrett in third. Down the back straight they go. Kinchin closing upon Godden, looking at second place of Godden as they move into the top corner. 40 thoughts on. Kinchin dives through on the inside of Godden. The move through in the second place. He goes wide. Can Godden get back through on the inside? Jamie Rodgers wins it. Second is Vince Kinchin. 3rd place goes to Mitch Godden. So yellow flags out on that bottom corner. What's happened to Wayne Barrett? Something's happened to Wayne Barrett somewhere on the track there. We've got Harris coming across the line, then Melksham, then Paul Derrick, then Gifford Evans. So we've obviously lost Wayne Barrett on that last lap. Race 24, sponsored by Mr. and Mrs. Pete Chamberlain. A win for number 71, Jamie Rodgers. Second, number 8, Vince Kinchin. And third, number 9, Mitch Godden. 297, 117 and 171. Winning time 1 minute 33.5. 1 minute 33.5. 1 minute 33.5, the winning time for that race. Race 25, sponsored by Rob Taylor Tyres of Redruth. I think Tim Nobes will also be a non-starter for this race 25. Tim unfortunately injured early on. So on the line then for what could be depleted race number 25. Doesn't look to be Tim Nobes or Martin Williams or Richard Smith out there for race number 25. Anyway, race 25 is away. They come by us for the first time as Steve Braidford leads. Paul Cooper in second for Ashcroft and Richard Smith out there. He is out there, my word, after a horrific crash. Richard Smith's gone out. He's backed his way through into fourth place. Looks at first place. First time, Steve Braidford leads with Paul Cooper in second. And there goes Richard Smith round the outside and moves in the third, but Ashcroft gets back through on the into Richard Smith to retake that third place. Ashcroft Lips coming out of that bottom corner as Braidford leads you. Then Cooper in second. Smith now gets back through on into Ashcroft to move from the third place. Ashcroft in fourth, Cooper's in five, John Jefferies in sixth. Up to six, they go in the last race once again. Cooper in second place, Smith in third, Ashcroft four, Cooper five. Jefferies in sixth, a little bit spread out now in race number 25 as they complete another lap then. Steve Braidford continues to dominate the front. Paul Cooper still there in second. Richard Smith in third. Ashcroft in fourth. John Jefferies a long way back in sixth. There's Braidford halfway into that straight then on lap number 3. Richard Smith starting to close up on Paul Cooper for that second place position. Steve Braidford leads them on to further in race number 25 from Paul Cooper in second, the brave Richard Smith battling through down to third place. Ashcroft in fourth, Thomas Cooper in five, John Jefferies in sixth. They go in the back straight early. Final time in first point, coming out of Rodgers through one time. Steve Braidford in and out of that final corner. Steve Braidford wins race number 25. Second is number 11, taking the wide line there, Paul Cooper. Richard Smith gets the third. Ashcroft is in fourth, Thomas Cooper in five, John Jefferies in sixth place. Race number 25, sponsored by Rob Taylor Tyres of Redruth. The win for number 215, Steve Braidford. Second, number 11, Paul Cooper. And third place, a very brave ride there for number 33, Richard Smith. 83, 153. And 14. Winning time 1 minute 31.4. 1 minute 31.4.
Yeah, she fell over a copper earlier on.
We move then to race number 26, sponsored by St Blasey Motorcycles on and off road dealers. Race 26. This could be a cracker. Unbeaten Rob Wilson, Rob Bradley, Richard Thomas, Myles Simmons, James Rodgers and Paul Whitelam. So I think we've got the top four outfits to clash in race number 26. So riders coming out then for race number 26, sponsored by St Blasey Motorcycles on and off road dealers. This should be an absolutely cracking heat of 1000cc sidecar action. Still Myles Simmons trying to get the bike started. He's very, very well up in the scoring. He's put together three tremendous rides so far, but still they can't get that machine to start. And he's going to have to pull out, and that's desperately bad luck there on Myles Simmons. He's been in the action all the time. They're being called back to the pits. Here's another bike coming out. The drama continues with this race number 26. There's a bike coming out here for Myles Simmons, so the drama continues. The other orders at the gate. The drama does continue. Looks like John Halsey is bringing a bike out there for Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. They're way up in the score chart for the sidecars. And with Rob Wilson, Rob Bradley, Richard Thomas and Paul Whitelam in this heat as well. This is a crucial heat for all the competitors looking for this Masters crown in 2006. Where they've gone, we're looking at Myles Simmons, the race has gone for the start, and it's Richard Thomas who leads going in that top corner. Rod Bradley's got the second place, Rod Wilson making the move around the outside. We're busy watching Myles Simmons on the inside, see what's happening, and the race has started. Rod Bradley goes through on the inside, Richard Thomas has got the second, Rod Wilson third, Paul Whitelam in fourth, as they go in that bottom corner for the first time. It's Rod Bradley who leads it, then Richard Thomas holding that second place, and there goes Rod Wilson through on the inside to retake that third, so Richard Thomas has gone from second and third. Rodgers has gone through into fourth place, and Paul Whitelam's back in five, so drama in this crucial race number 26 as Rod Bradley still continues to lead from Rod Wilson in second place. Thomas has got the third, Rodgers got the fourth, Whitelam is in five as they go up the back straight once again. It's Rod Bradley and Shaun Simpson ahead of Rod Wilson. Nicky Owen in second place. Rod Wilson can't close the gap in second place. It's Richard Thomas hanging on to that third with James Rodgers in fourth. Paul Whitelam really dropping back in five. This will go through it wide open now as Rod Bradley and Shaun Simpson lead on to that four then from still Rod Wilson. And Nicky Owen holding that second place. It's Richard Thomas in third, and Rodgers closing up on Richard Thomas, looking for that third place. Paul Whitelam dropping back all the time in fifth place as Rod Bradley and Shaun Simpson leading the top corner for the final time. This is going to throw this Masters absolutely wide open now. Rod Bradley and Shaun Simpson get the winning ride. Rod Wilson's beaten for the first time this afternoon. Richard Thomas gets the third. James Rodgers gets the fourth, and Paul Whitelam is cruising at the back there in fifth place. The drama of Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley not been able to start. The start was away. They were trying to get the bikes across to the start, and then the drama of Paul Whitelam only coming in fifth place, and that dramatic race number 26 has thrown this sidecar 2006 Masters absolutely wide open. Sensational heat of sidecar action there, race number 26, sponsored by St Blasey Motorcycles. A win for number 87, Rod Bradley and Shaun Simpson. Second, number 24, Rod Wilson and Nicky Owen. And third, number 60, Richard Thomas and Terry Saunders. 1 and 92. There is no time for that race because with the confusion with Myles Simmons going across the track, the timekeeper like me was watching Myles Simmons to see if he was going to make the line, and the watch didn't go down immediately on the start of race number 26. We move on to race number 27. I can tell you there are changes to the result of race 16 and changes to the result of race 24. Immediately we get a break, we will tell you what those changes are. We move on to race 27, sponsored by Wellpack UK Limited. Chris Winterburn is the passenger for Rod Winterburn. So, with the drama of race number 26, it's thrown it absolutely wide open. Somebody could put in a good ride here and get right back into contention. Certainly not to win, but certainly a podium place in this 2006 Masters. Everybody gets away. Cossar's made the best start he's made all the afternoon. He leads going up the back straight for the first time. Steve Smith trying to work his way to the third. Matt Tyrrell has gone through into fourth place. That's the top four. Somebody on the shoulder of Mark Cossar now as they come out of that top corner and to come by us for the first time. Cossar it is who leads it then. From Smith in second, the reserve Clive Stoneman's gone through into that heat as well, number 57. He's in fourth place, so one of the outfits not coming out. Matt Tyrrell goes through into third. Cossar leads it. Smith trying to come through on the inside line. It's Tyrrell in third with Stoneman the reserve in fourth place. They go in that top corner once again. Steve Smith is finding a way through on the into Mark Cossar. Cossar again trying to get back through on the into the Smith. Matt Tyrrell trying to get back in the axis. Smith leads him and Cossar in second. It's Tyrrell in third. Winterburn's go through the fourth. Matthews in five. Stoneman the reserve is in sixth place. They go up the back straight once again. It's Steve Smith, a good ride here, could put him way back into contention. He's pulling away from Cossar, hanging on to that second with Tyrrell in third. Winterburn's have got the fourth. Matthews in five. Stoneman is in sixth place as he lost that flaggett then for Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. They lead it then from Mark Cossar and Hayden Bend in second place. Matt Tyrrell, Shaun Yates have got the third. Winterburn's have got the fourth. Matthews and Hogan in five. Clive Stoneman and Roland Broomfield are in 6th place. They get a little bit spread out now as they go up the back straight for the time in race number 27. It's going to be important points come. Steve Smith weighs in to pick up his second winning ride of the afternoon. Steve Smith wins race number 27. The second place goes to Mark Cossar, his best ride of the afternoon so far. Matt Tyrrell gets the 3rd. Winterburn's pick up the 4th. Matthews in 5. And Clive Stoneman is in 6th place. So no Gary Jackson in race number 27. Super Action in race number 27, sponsored by Wellpack UK Limited. A win for number 2, Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. Second, number 37, Mark Cossar and Hayden Bend. And third, number 69, Matt Tyrrell and Shaun Yates. 48, 15 and 57. Winning time 1 minute 27.6. 1 minute 27.6. We'll give you the results that have changed. Race 16. Race 16. Third leg, solos. Result declared after 3 laps. First, 71, Jamie Rodgers. Second, number 17, Joe Screen. Third, number 42, Glen Phillips. Fourth, number 33, Richard Smith. Fifth, number 11, Paul Cooper. Sixth, number 93. And 7th, number 91. That race awarded after 3 laps. The result again of race 16, revived result, 71, 17, 42, 33, 11, 93 and 91. Quickly, race 24. Race 24, revived result for race 24. First place, 71, Jamie Rodgers. Second, number 8, Vince Kinchin. Third, number 9, Mitch Godden. Fourth, 297. Fifth, 91. Sixth, 117. And 7th, 171. The positions change from 5th place onwards. 91 is 5th, 117 is 6th, and 171 is in 7th place. Those are the amended results to those 2 heats of solo racing. Race 28 then, the final heat of sidecar action, final qualifying heat. John Halsey, Duncan Tolhurst, Colin Blackbourn, Rick Mcauley, John Hiscock and Matt Formarola. Got the 6 outfits on the line then for race number 28.
In other words, they'd have to pass.
Everybody gets away to a clean break. Who's going to make that crucial start? Colin Blackbourn has made a good start. Rick McCaw is also with a thickly accident 4 abreast going up the back straight, but Duncan Tolhurst leads going in to that top corner. Looks like John Halsey tucked into that 2nd place position. They come up the bend and through to complete the opening lap. And it is Duncan Tolhurst who leads it for John Halsey in 2nd place. Rick McCauley in 3rd. John Hiscock in 4th. Colin Blackbourn 5. Matt Formarola in 6th. Formarola gets running into Blackbourn to move through in that 5th place position. And a change of position for 2nd, 3rd places. There's Duncan Tolhurst leads going up that back straight then. It's still John Halsey hanging on to that 2nd place. Rick McCauley in 3rd. John Hiscock in 4th. John Halsey showing he's not lost the use of using these 1000cc sidecars. He's tucked into that 2nd place again as Tolhurst leads him, and Halsey in 2nd, McCauley in 3rd, Formarola trying to get through on the into this. Got these 2 locked shoulder to shoulder for 4th and 5th place going up the back straight, and Formarola's got through on the inside of Hiscock. Who moved Hiscock back to 5th place as the leader. Duncan Tolhurst going into that top end. John Halsey in 2nd place. He's coming under pressure from Rick McCauley. Rick McCauley in the thick of the action as he always is now, but Tolhurst leads him on to 4 then from Halsey in in second, Mcauley in third, Formerole in 4, Hiscock in 5, Blackbourn surprisingly back in 6th place. They go up the back straight once again. Duncan Tolhurst looks like picking up the winning rod this time. John Halsey still there in second. Rip Mcauley again trying to close the gap. Formerole trying to close the gap on Rip Mcauley for that 3rd place position. Checkered flag is ready as Duncan Tolhurst comes to get the winning ride. Duncan Tolhurst wins it. 2nd is John Halsey, 3rd place Rip Mcauley, 4th is Matt Formerole, 5 is John Hiscock, and in 6th place it's Colin Blackbourn. Right, that's race 28, sponsored by Ken Fahey's Concrete of St Blasey. Win for number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. 2nd, number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glenie. And 3rd, number 51, Rick Mcauley and Phil Stoneman. 5, 184 and 25. Winning time 1 minute 28 exactly. 1 minute 28 exactly. Andrew Appleton, Jamie Rodgers, Glen Phillips, Paul Cooper, Phil Ashcroft, Steve Lee, Daniel Winston and Phil Harris. Apologies for the delay, there have been quite a few things to sort out. Number 2, Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. On the line in for the first of semi-finals. The action starts here with the semi-final number 1 under Appleton leads with Jamie Rodgers on his shoulder. Glen Phillips in 3rd, Phil Ashcroft in 4, Paul Cooper in 5 as they go that top corner for the first time. It's Andrew Appleton leads there, but Jamie Rodgers holding that 2nd place. Very quickly and hangs on to the 2nd place. Glen Phillips has got the 3rd place. Phil Ashcroft in 4, Paul Cooper is in 5. That's the top 5 as they come a complete lap number 1 then. It's Appleton who leads it from Rodgers there in 2nd place. Phillips has got the 3rd, Ashcroft in 4, Cooper in 5, Lee is in 6, Harris is in 7. That's the 7 they go to the back straight once again. Andrew Appleton gets the lead so far with Appleton into that 5th corner on lap number 2. He's pulling away from Jamie Rodgers there in that 2nd place position. It's still Glen Phillips in 3rd. He's coming under pressure for that 3rd place as Appleton continues to lead then from Rodgers in 2nd, Phillips in 3rd, Cooper in 4, Ashcroft in 5, Lee in 6, Harris in 7, that's number 7 as Andrew Appleton goes in the back straight once again, building bigger time over Jamie Rodgers in that 2nd place position. Glen Phillips has got the 3rd and Paul Cooper's gone through in the 3rd on the shoulder of Glen Phillips. Now they move on to start the last lap this time then. Appleton the race leader from Rodgers in 2nd, Phillips in 3rd, Cooper is in 4th place, Ashcroft in 5, Lee in 6, Daniel Winston with a 6th place on the middle of the track as Harris comes across the line in 7th place as Andrew Appleton in that bottom corner, 30 final time, comes to the win, semi-final number 1. Andrew Appleton wins it. 2nd is Jamie Rodgers. Going to be tied for 3rd and 4th. It's just Glen Phillips from Paul Cooper, then Phil Ashcroft, then Steve Lee, and finally it's going to be number 297, Phil Harris. Right, first solo semi-final sponsored by Richard and Maureen Aslick and John Meredith Planned Hire. A win for number 4, Andrew Appleton. 2nd, number 71, Jamie Rodgers. And 3rd, number 42, Glen Phillips. 11, 83, 93, 297. Winning time 1 minute 29.4, 1 minute 29.4 seconds. Race 30. 2nd solo semi-final sponsored by Talon Engineering and Lob Brothers Plant Hire. 215, 33, 9, 15, 8, 7, 23 and 91. We'll continue with semi-final number 1. The next rider we call up is rider number 13, John Halsey and Jason Glenie. Number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. And rider number 51, Rick Mcauley and Phil Stoneman. Sidecar semi-final number 2, sponsored by Western Greyhound Coach Hire and Frost Builders of St Austell. Number 87, Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson. Number 92, Paul Whitelam and Ian Whale. Number 184, John Hiscock and Gareth Bemister. Semi-final number 2 is about to come on the line then. This is semi-final number 2, sponsored by Tull Engine and Lob Brothers. Away they go with semi-final number 2. We're looking for Steve Braidford to be the front. Steve Braidford is the front. Wayne Barris there with his Martin Sturgeon, Mitch Godden. That's the top 4. They go into that top corner for the first on the Steve Braidford going down the back. Are in second, with Barrett in third, Godden is in 4, Kinchin in 5, Sturgeon in 6. That's the top 6 as they come to complete the opening in the second semi-final then. It's Steve Braidford for the leader, brought wide by Richard Smith, hanging on to that second place. Mitch Godden in third, Vince Kinchin, Wayne Barrett there, 4 abreast going into that top corner. Something's got to give, and Richard's going to get back round the outside. Vince Kinchin on the into Mitch Godden and Wayne Barrett followed him through, so Mitch Godden has gone through. Then second and third, they go in that top corner once again. It's Steve Braidford for the proverbial mile away the front. Richard Smith still grimly hanging on to that second place. Vince Kinchin trying to close the gap there in third. It's still Wayne Barrett in 4, Mitch Godden in 5, Martin Sturgeon 6, Gareth Hiscock in 7. It's Rod Melksham in 8, that's the 8 goes in the back straight once again. Then Steve Braidford for the proverbial mile away the front. It's still Richard Smith grimly hanging on to that second place. Vince Kinchin got the third. As the race leader Steve Braidford using every inch of track coming out of that bottom corner. Smith in second. It's Kinchin in third, but Godden in 4, Sturgeon in 5, Hickmore is in 6 with Wayne Barrett holding that third place also in semi-final number 2. As Steve Braidford leads in the bottom corner, Sturgeon for their time. It's still Smith in second, but Kinchin starting to close the gap in third. Steve Braidford comes across the line to win the second semi-final. It's going to be tied for second. It's just Richard Smith from Vince Kinchin. Then we've got Mitch Godden, then we've got Martin Sturgeon, then Gareth Hickmott, and the final rider across the line is Rod Melksham. Result of race number 30, second solo semi-final, sponsored by Talon Engineering. A win for 215, Steve Braidford. Second number 33, Richard Smith, and third number 8, Vince Kinchin. 9, 15, 7 and 91. Winning time 1 minute 32.3. 1 minute 32.3. On we go then to semi-final number 1 of the 1000cc sidecar, sponsored by Housewater Scaffolding and New Look Builders of Horsham. 24, Rob Wilson, Nicky Owen. 74, Duncan Tolhurst, Rob Patterson. Number 2, Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. Number 13, John Halsey, Jason Glenie. Number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. And number 51, Rick Mcauley and Phil Stoneman. So the riders going down then for this first semi-final race, number 31. First semi-final of the 1000cc sidecars. Incredible that John Halsey hasn't raced all the season. He's made it through to one of the semi-finals. Myles Simmons, of course, that 1 point less ride. He's still got through to a semi. Rob Wilson just beaten once this afternoon. Duncan Tolhurst has been there or thereabouts all the afternoon. Steve Smith, couple of race wins. Rick Mcauley has also been in the thick of the action all the afternoon. So it should be a cracking first semi-final. Right then, sorting themselves out in the gate then for semi-final number 1, race number 31. Of course, all points counting, including the finals, so every race is absolutely vital. Rob Wilson, Duncan Tolhurst, Steve Smith, John Halsey, Myles Simmons and Rick Mcauley. The riders end for race number 31, the first sidecar semi-final. Just waiting for Rick Mcauley to come into line. Rod on the inside of the track, and now already everybody gets away. Duncan Tolhurst has made a cracking start, looks like. Rob Wilson's gone with Myles Simmons also in the thick of the action. Myles Simmons leads into that top corner. Rick Mcauley, I think, finds himself with the back of the mountain. He ends that top end. for the first time. It's Myles Simmons who lead with Duncan Tolhurst making the move through on the inside. Steve Smith comes to nowhere to go from the third place. As Simmons leads him, Tolhurst in second. Smith in third. Wilson surprisingly back in fourth place, trying to dive through on the into of Steve Smith. He gets through on the into Smith to move from the third place. As Simmons leads him up the back straight, it's still Tolhurst in second with Wilson in third. Smith is in four, that's the top four. Halsey in five, Mcauley in six, that's the six now. They come to complete another lap, then Simmons goes really wide, but still hangs on to his lead then. Then Tolhurst holding that second place. Wilson's got the third. Smith in four, Halsey in five, Mcauley in six, and Halsey almost saw me into Myles Simmons on the exit from that bottom bend. It's Simmons who leads him. Steve Smith having a go on the rear of Rod Wilson as they go up the back straight once again. It's still Simmons who leads you then from Halsey in second. It's Wilson in third. They bunch up to fourth, fifth and sixth places. Last lap placard then, 4 Myles Simmons, a race leader, and Duncan Tolhurst in second, Rod Wilson third, Steve Smith in four, John Halsey in five, Mcauley in six. They go up the back straight for the full time. Looks like the first three could well be settled as Myles Simmons leads his first semi-final. Now he must be cursing that engine failure in its first crucial ride. But Myles Simmons leads semi-final number one coming out of that top corner. Myles Simmons wins semi-final number one. Second is Duncan Tolhurst. Third place goes to Rod Wilson. Fourth is Steve Smith. Five Mcauley, and sixth place goes to John Halsey. First semi-final. Semi-final number 2 for Sidecars, sponsored by Western Greyhound Coach Hire and Frost Builders of St Austell. 87 Rob Bradley, Shaun Simpson. 92 Paul Whitelam and Ian Whale. 184 John Hiscock, Gareth Bemister. Number 60 Richard Thomas, Terry Saunders. 25 Colin Blackbourn, Paul Whitelam Jr. and 37 Mark Cossar and Hayden Bend. So second sidecar semi-final. Drama in the first semi-final. What drama are we in for in this second semi-final? Riders toing and throwing before coming into line then for race number 32. They're still toing and throwing there before this race number 32, the second semi-final. Start, of course, is so crucial this late in the meeting. This is why they order their called out in, so that they get the choice of gates. The highest point scorer gets the first choice, and so on through the semi-final. So settle in for race number 32, second sidecar semi-final. The drama continues, everybody gets away, and it looks like Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson made a cracking start. Richard Thomas is the outfit that goes with him. Mark Cossar's made a dreadful start. Paul Whitelam moves through in the third place and almost turns it sideways, trying to get through on the inside of Kevin Thomas. That's allowed Rob Bradley to pull away at the front. There's Rob Bradley who leads it then for number 60. Richard Thomas in second place. Paul Whitelam is in third. John Hiscock in four. Colin Blackbourn is in five. Mark Cossar is in six. That's a six. They go up the back straight once again. It's Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson absolutely flying at the front. Richard Thomas holds that second place, and Paul Whitelam has made a mistake. And John Hiscock has gone through in that third place. Paul Whitelam has relegated to four. Cossar's gone through to five with Colin Blackbourn in six. As Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson lead semi-final number 2 into that bottom corner. Shaun Simpson looks behind him to see Richard Thomas moving through in that second place. John Hiscock in third. Paul Whitelam's coming under pressure again for Mark Cossar, and Paul Whitelam drops in other places. Mark Cossar goes from the inside. Paul Whitelam again back round the outside, but Cossar comes again back up the inside line. Tremendous scrap for fourth and fifth places as Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson continue to dominate at the front then. It's still Richard Thomas holding that second place. John Hiscock in third. Cossar's gone through the fourth, relegating Whitelam to 5. We've lost one outfit at the back there as they go the back straight for the full time. And it's Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson well clear in semi-final number 2 from Richard Thomas holding that second place. John Hiscock's in third, and Mark Cossar's getting closer with every turn. The wheel that's dropped for third and fourth places. Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson pick up another winning line. Second is Richard Thomas. It's tied for third and fourth. It's just John Hiscock from Mark Cossar, and then finally it's Paul Whitelam in fifth place. So we lost Colin Blackbourn on that last lap. Very impressive winning ride there for Rob Bradley. Could be a crucial winning ride with all points counting as well. Result of race number 32, second sidecar semi-final, sponsored by Western Greyhound Coach Hire and Frost Builders of St Austell. A win for number 87, Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson. Second, number 60, Richard Thomas and Terry Saunders. And third, 184, John Hiscock and Gareth Bemister. 37, 92, winning time 1 minute 27.8, 1 minute 27.8. Round they go, the first rider out, unbeaten, 5 rides, 5 wins for Andrew Appleton, maximum points, 45 points. Steve Braidford will be the next rider to appear on the track. Jamie Rodgers, splendid masters for the young man, the former under 21 championship. Richard Smith, how he's battled this afternoon, that horrific crash with Joe Screen. He's fought back and goes into this final in 4th place at the moment. Glen Phillips, always been in the thick of the action with 33 points. Mitch Godden has been there or thereabouts all the afternoon. Paul Cooper and then Martin Sturgeon. Those are the 8 riders to contest the Masters Solo Final for 2006. Can anybody get anywhere near Andrew Appleton? He's been absolutely flying both here and abroad over the last 3 weeks. Steve Braidford always goes well on this track. Jamie Rodgers, you can never count him out. Gutsy performance from Richard Smith. Glen Phillips, he's battled all day. Mitch Godden, Paul Cooper and Martin Sturgeon. Those are the riders then for the Masters Solo Final. Revving up on the line then for the Solo Final. We look down that start for the last time. Everybody, is Jamie Rodgers been left in the line? I've got a feeling Jamie Rodgers left in the line. Steve Braidford leads into that top corner. Andrew Appleton in second place. Andrew Appleton gets through on the inside. Jamie Rodgers left the line. Disaster there for Jamie Rodgers. Steve Braidford's got the second place. Looks like Glen Phillips in third. He's now lost that third place. They move into that bottom corner for the first time. It's Andrew Appleton leads in. They come by us to complete the opener. And Steve Braidford in second. Glen Phillips in third. Richard Smith in fourth. Paul Cooper in 5. Martin Sturgeon 6, Mitch Godden in 7, and Jamie Rodgers with all to the 9th place. Solo Masters. There's Steve Braidford in second place. Still Glen Phillips hanging on to that third, with Richard Smith in 4th place. Appleton Legion from Braidford in second. It's still Phillips in 3rd. Smith in 4. Cooper getting close in 5. Godden's up to 6. Sturgeon 7. And Jamie Rodgers is trying to take back to the 8th place now to give everybody about 100 yards start. Second class. That's that class for Andrew Appleton. On course to become 2006 Masters champion. Steve Braidford hangs on to that second place. That will be the top 2. It's Glen Phillips in 3rd. It's still Richard Smith in 4th. Paul Cooper closing 5. Godden 6. Sturgeon 4. Horses again. He's in amongst the lower point scores. Will he get enough points to get that 3rd place? The 2006 Masters champion is going to be Andrew Appleton. 6 wide, 6 wins. Masters champion 2006. Andrew Appleton, tremendous drop going on to the 3rd and 4th place. And we've lost a rider. We've lost Steve Braidford. Steve Braidford's in the ropes over on that far side. So drama right up until the end in this 2006 Masters. Steve Braidford's gone down the big way over on that far side. We were watching that scrap for the minor place. You didn't see Steve go down over on the far side. So the drama continues right up until the very last heat. So they're coming around on the lap of honour. Obviously it's all unofficial at the moment. I think the one thing that is official is that Andrew Appleton is the Masters champion for 2006. He's had 6 rides. He's won them all. You can't argue with that. But the drama, of course, is over on that far side of the track. That's desperately bad news. Andrew Appleton, the 2006 Masters champion. Mitch Godden comes and congratulates him there. Andrew Appleton, Mitch Godden, Glen Phillips, Martin Sturgeon. Apparently we've lost Richard Smith and Steve Braidford over on that far side. And that's desperately bad luck because they battled away all the afternoon, as of course of all the other riders. The drama of Jamie Rodgers completely missing the start. He gave everybody about a 100-yard start in that final race. Machines go across to the other side of the track. We've got Paul Cooper bringing Steve Braidford around there. Steve must be absolutely heartbroken about that, because that second place in that race would have given him second place overall. So drama indeed in the 2006 Masters solo final.
Flip like that, and then what did you do? Did you go like that? Did he? You two
That we are in consultation with the middle of the track before we give you the result. As they cross the line, of course, not necessarily the overall result. This will be the result as they cross the line of race number 33. As you can see, the red flag is raised in the middle of the track. We are in consultation with various riders, and officials are meeting out there to sort out exactly what is the result. I said the crystal clear thing is that Andrew Appleton is the 2006 Masters champion. 6 rides, 6 wins, nobody can argue with that. Has been awarded after 3 laps with the exclusion of Steve Braidford. So as they cross the line at the end of 3 laps, first, number 4, Andrew Appleton. Second, number 42, Glen Phillips. Third, number 33, Richard Smith. Fourth, number 11, Paul Cooper. Fifth, number 9, Mitch Godden. 6th, number 15, Martin Sturgeon. And 7th, number 71, Jamie Rodgers. We haven't got any decision as yet over this solo final. We do apologise for this, but things are being changed and came to change. We move on then to the sidecar final. 87, Rob Bradley, Shaun Simpson, 33 points. Rob Wilson, Nicky Owen, number 24, 30 points. Duncan Tolhurst, Rob Patterson, number 74, 26 points. So let's not take anything away from this sidecar final. We do have problems with the solo final at the moment. So, and obviously the points from that solo final then have to be added to the points that they raced in the final. So please bear with us. Let's not take any gloss away from these sidecars. Rob Bradley, Rob Wilson, Duncan Tolhurst, Paul Whitelam, Steve Smith and Myles Simmons. So then, of course, the choice of gate for the points, again we have to reiterate that the first rider across the line need not necessarily be the winner overall. Rob Bradley, at the moment, has got a 3-point advantage over Rob Wilson. So on that basis, if Rob Wilson were to win it, according to my reckoning, if Rob Bradley was second, he would be the Masters champion again. But one bad start, as we proved with Jamie Rodgers in the final, can put one afternoon's work completely out the window. So as you look across, the and this start to come down for this final race of the day, the Masters Sidecar Final 2006. The nail-biting final. Anything can happen for the first 3 or 4 places. Start was going to be by, looks like Rob's there, Bradley on the middle of the grid. Up they go, the Saints Club, who's made the crucial start. Rob Bradley has made a good start. Looks like to me, leads going on the back straight the first time. Myles Simmons goes running into Rob Bradley, Lee going into that top corner. Where is Rob Wilson? I think Rob Wilson's right at the back at the moment. There's Myles Simmons, Lee's coming at that top corner, but Rob Bradley goes so on the inside. Rob Bradley leads the sidecar, followed by Myles Simmons in second, Paul Whitelam in third, Steve Smith in fourth, Duncan Tolhurst in 5, and Rob Wilson is right at the back amazingly in this sidecar final. Rob Wilson's at the back at the moment as Rob Bradley leads going up the back straight for the first time. Myles Simmons in second place, it's Paul Whitelam gone for the third, Steve Smith in fourth place, Duncan Tolhurst in 5, and Rob Wilson way back in 6th place. So with Rob Wilson back in 6th, Rob Bradley, according to me, doesn't really need to win this final, but he's leading the final going into that bottom corner once again. Myles Simmons trying to close the gap, but in second place Steve Smith has got the third, and Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson are pulling away going up that back straight. It's Myles Simmons still holding that second place, and Steve Smith in third, Paul Whitelam in 4, Duncan Tolhurst in 5, Rob Wilson is in 6. They come off that top bend and on the start, lap number 4, Rob Bradley looks behind him, Shaun Simpson looks behind him. They've got 3/4 of a lap to go to become Sidecar Masters champion in 2006. Myles Simmons trying to close the gap in second place, Steve Smith moved up the third, but Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson lead going up the back straight. 44 time into that top corner they go very slowly into that top corner. They know they haven't got to win the final, but they will win the final. Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson are Masters champions. Myles Simmons gets a second, Steve Smith gets a third, Paul Whitelam in 4, Duncan Tolhurst in 5. The drama, Rob Wilson in 6th place and couldn't make any points up. That is the drama of the 2006 Masters Sidecar Final. The points have got to be added up, but there's no doubt about it. The same as the solo winner, there was no doubt about that. There is no doubt about the sidecar winner. Once again, Rob Bradley is Masters champion. Steve Smith the first to congratulate him, show your appreciation for those 6 outfits. A magnificent sidecar final, as it always is, the final race of the day. We've still got to sort out this solo final, but there are the 6 outfits to go. How Myles Simmons must be cursing that 4th leg engine failure. He's finished 2nd in the final, but he didn't score in one of the heats, and that could be crucial. But Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson lead them round on the lap of honour. They know they are the Masters champions for 2006. Steve Smith follows them around, Myles Simmons, Duncan Tolhurst so near and yet so far away again. Rob Wilson, those are the outputs out there for this sidecar final. Paul Whitelam, so many former champions in, but will they come round on a complete lap of honour? It's Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson. Myles Simmons there, they've been stopped by the pits entrance. Myles Simmons, Rob Bradley, Rob Wilson, Duncan Tolhurst, Paul Whitelam, Steve Smith. Fabulous 1000cc sidecar final. The result of the sidecar final as they crossed the line, not necessarily the result overall. In first place, number 87, Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson. In second place, number 9, Myles Simmons and Kevin Woodley. In third place, number 2, Steve Smith and Carl Pugh. Fourth place, number 92, Paul Whitelam and Ian Whale. Fifth place, number 74, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. And in sixth place, number 24, Rob Wilson and Nicky Owen. The winning time, 1 minute 27.3. 1 minute 27.3. Right, ladies and gentlemen, doing the presentations will be Mr. Steve Schofield. Steve, very eventful day. You've enjoyed it?
Yeah, it's been a good day. Club's done well, and it's been a good day. I think the right guy won the solo, and it was Sidecars was very good today. You know, it was good racing. So I'm glad I won't ride there.
There you are for a former champion himself. Right, we'll start off then with 1000cc sidecars, Masters for 2006. In third place, once again, so near yet so far away, fabulous afternoon's racing, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson.
That got the money in.
Is it? I'll take this one.
Well done.
Well, just a very quick word, everybody, we are in obviously late to various reasons. We do apologise for the game, but we've got
to put it on.
Duncan and Rod. Duncan, once again, so near yet so far away again.
Yeah, we struggled a bit today. We just had to get ourselves together and get on with it. And really, to be honest with you, the way the two Robs are going today, yeah, I'm pleased to finish third. Yeah, I'm chuffed for that.
Rob, you like to do your final again today?
Yeah, it was good fun. It's good to have the exciting in the final, and yeah, we started with better as the day went on. You know, it was very nice to finish a little bit higher, but that's the way it goes.
Ladies and gentlemen, third place, honest as ever, Duncan Tolhurst and Rob Patterson. Winners of the 2006 Masters for the sidecar, the former champions, Rob Wilson and Nicky Owen.
Cheers, Steve. Cheers. Lovely. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Come on, guys.
Cheers, mate. Cheers, Will.
Well done.
Cheers, mate.
There you go.
Cheers, mate.
All right. I've lost your lip, chap.
Right, Rob, quick word. Flying early on, then what went wrong, Rob?
Job to say, really. I mean, it just wasn't our day. We didn't really gate particularly good all day, and yeah, we struggled a little bit. But you know, fair play to the others. That's what it's all about.
And then you say just one other word, so you've got to keep talking.
No worries.
I mean, you won Springfield, you won the Poacher, second today, doesn't have had 6 weeks, has it?
Oh no, not at all. And I mean, you've got to take your hat off to all the lads here today. I mean, they're all worthy of being here, and they're all capable of beating us. And as you can see from, you know, it's been a really hard day's racing, you know. And I'd like to be the first to congratulate Rob and his passenger, because, you know, they've done extremely well. And like I said at the beginning of the race meeting, they've been very consistent as well. You know, so yeah, hats off to them, really.
Ladies and gentlemen, second place, Rob Wilson and Nicky Owen. Rob.
I know it's only second.
We never call up 2006 Masters Sidecar champions. I think for the third time, Rob Wilson and Shaun Simpson.
No, not Rob.
Started already, haven't you?
Get
Get down. You're not on here. It's me and Ross.
Steve, thanks very much, mate.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Gals as well.
Well done, Rob. Well done. Rob, let's get a picture of you and Steve.
Hey guys.
Oh,
Got it?
well done. I'll see you.
Do you want me in the middle? Have you got a
I'm hiding.
Have you got a box of stand up?
Mind your head, Will.
Well,
That's your younger son. Lovely.
That's how we're going to do it. I apologise for that. Well, it's having a long, hard day. Fabulous stuff. You must be absolutely delighted.
This is very, very special. You know, we all thought, I thought Lewis a fair north. It's an awful long way to come, and we have been struggling, but things have been coming better just lately. So we just come and give it our best shot, and it's turned out good.
Shaun, great about doing behind, isn't it?
Yeah, it's fantastic. I love riding with him. We seem to be gelling pretty well actually at the minute and coming good like Rob said, you know, just a few minutes ago, all the riders do work hard out there and the passengers, and you know, it's hats off to all of them to just get here and ride as well as they do, because they're all fantastic riders out there and it could have been anybody.
I know you're going pretty quick. We were aware that it was Myles Simmons behind you and not Rob Wilson, because only 3 points, but we were aware of that situation.
I get told off, I did look back once, and I saw it was a number 9, so that could have meant Rob was anywhere, though. I'd only looked on my left shoulder, Rob could have been on the other one. But no, I think I couldn't actually hear anybody, so normally that means you've got maybe 4 or 5 bike lengths at least, so yeah, it was okay, just keep your head down and try and do the best you can.
Ladies and gentlemen, the 2006 Masters Sidecar Champions, Woodley and Shaun Simpson.
Cossar, still out there. Well done, boy. Well done, mate.
Hey, proper pots, don't kick them over, will you?
You got room for a big one?
Stop the cup up there, John.
Hang on. Oh, it's Daffel. I've only got little arms.
Bottle on the ground.
Bossy, isn't he? Cheers, bro.
Come on, man. Look at the camera. Give us a smile.
Which one?
Right. Lovely.
So there we are, ladies and gentlemen, the last round of applause, that's the round of applause.
Are we going to keep dry? That's all right.
Well, yeah, they keep moaning about the cameras, don't
Hey, give it a chance, lad. I'd have given him the dead rubber. Bloody foil off. Foil off.
I thought you were going to do it ahead and everyone else.
It's not gone at all like we sort of planned, but I suppose it never does it?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked, we feel very hard over the last month really to try and get everything right. I went to Poland last weekend with Chris and Matthew and everything, and that was an experience. Sort of 24 hours in the van, driving there and driving back, and I thought, I know now why I retired. But we got here Tuesday, and you know, we expected to have a different field. The farmer, he's been absolutely fantastic to us, but the bottom line was that he's so short of grass and everything because of the weather and so on. It was this or nothing, so we had to make the best of it. We tried to do. Then we looked over, and the cows are walking around in what we think is our camping field. Oh no, what else is going to happen? So obviously people don't want to be camping in there then and all the rest of it, so that's why then we sort of made the decision to put the pits in the field over here. I know it's not been easy for the sort of competitors and everything else, but we've just tried to make the best of it really. You know, the main sort of important thing that Chris and I, the attitude we've always had, is to try and put the best track on for the racing. Unfortunately, it dragged on today. I'm gobsmacked that it's taken this long and very disappointed, but I am very, very happy and very glad that everybody stayed right to the end, and I think it was well worth staying till the end, because I think we have had some fantastic racing. And it's just a shame we couldn't have got through it a bit quicker, but we just were adamant we had to keep water in the track and keep it right for safety and to make good racing. So, you know, I apologise to everybody, and you know, so I hope it hasn't caused too much inconvenience, but I hope it was all worth waiting. It's getting hard now. Yeah, racing has been a big part of my life, Andrea. And yeah, I suppose it's a goodbye, really. No, I shouldn't pull myself together. No, but let's say it has been great for all the years, and Andrea, you know, behind me has done so much work.
Keep it going.
Andrew's done so much work, you know, for this meeting. It's not just Chris and myself. There's lots and lots of other people that have come here, you know, sort of today, last night, doing the bar tent, doing the raffle, doing the gate and everything else. It's very difficult, and sometimes it has been a bit of a hiccup sort of trying to get things done, because so we rely on a lot of people to help and everything. We'll say Andrea's done a lot of work, you know, over the last sort of month and so at home to help and everything for us to get it all organised. But I say Grasstrack has been a big part of our lives, and we will miss it, but we won't, because we will still keep in touch, and we do still intend on sort of helping to do whatever to keep the West Country winter going. That is the intention, all right? So that's hopefully good news for you all. And we will do our most and you know, keep in touch with everybody. If anybody's coming to Perth, they're more than welcome to look us up, and we'll be sure to welcome. Well, hopefully, yeah, I mean, probably, I'm not telling anybody our address, no. And we're extra-directory. No, we do intend on sort of, we haven't set any dates yet, but probably will be going to Perth, probably about the first or second week in November. So it has all sort of happened fairly quickly, but we have been working on it for about 2.5 years. So it's a choice and decision we've made for, you know, ourselves, we'll see, but for our children, really. For their future, so you know, but we won't cut all our ties here, and hope we shall still remain in contact with lots of people. And thank you for all your support over the years and obviously today and through Grasstrack in general. Thank you very much.
In third place, a young man who's been on the floor twice today through no fault of his own. He's rode magnificently. He's just come back from injury. I say twice he's hit the deck, twice he's come back for more. He finishes in third place overall, Richard Smith.
Come on, you all right?
Good day, mate.
Yeah, cheers. Thanks a lot.
Come on, Richard.
Cheers.
Well done. Hang in there.
Cheers. Thanks a lot.
Richard, a very, very eventful day for you.
Yeah, I think someone was watching over me today because I just, had 2 bad crashes and I'm still in one piece. The bikes are not, but hey, it's only metal. I'm in one piece. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all my sponsors. Simon from Supercars, basically wouldn't be able to do it this year without him. All my family. My dad's been ill this year, and this one's for him. So,
ladies and gentlemen, third place, Richard Smith.
Put a couple in your other hand.
In second place, a young man with a tremendous future, still prepared to ride in the club meetings, the length and breadth of the country. The former under-21 British champion, the rising star, Jamie. Jamie, I know you might have a few words. First question, what happened in the line of the final?
Well, what can I say? I went into a bit of deeper rut and exhausted floor before the wheel, so I was just sat there.
You must be absolutely delighted. Second place, probably beyond your wildest dreams today.
Oh yeah, I mean, really, yeah. I mean, that E16 was I mean, just, oof. I really had to go for it, and just everything's been chucked at me, and I just took it, so it's been good.
The sad part was with Joe crashed you, took really all the gloss off your win. You'd actually beat him fair and square when he came down, hadn't you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I mean, I knew he was there behind me, and I just thought I had to keep it wide open. I've never raced like that before. The bike worked perfect, everything just worked well for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, second place, Jamie Rodgers.
Jamie, can we have a smile again?
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, I thought it wasn't for you. Come on, a smile, come on. Lovely.
Right then, we'll build him up again. A young man in a rich vein of form. 6 rides, 6 superb wins. He's had a tremendous spell. He's crowned it today by becoming Masters champion for 2006, Andrew Appleton.
Yeah. Steve, you hold the bottle, will you?
You ain't got a box, have you?
Yeah. Do you want that one as well, Anne?
Oh yeah. Important one. Well done.
Look at that superb trophy there for Andrew Appleton. Some famous names on that trophy, and a very present and exciting rider whose name goes on that trophy this afternoon.
Really, that's super. Tell him what you've got coming up. You want to, really?
He's told me.
He used to as well. Thank you.
Andrew, superb performance, what can we say? 6 rides, 6 wins, absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, it was a superb day, I just can't believe it. I just had a really bad practice, and I just thought, I just got to go for it, and I didn't make every start, but muscled in on the first corners and got the win, so it's just brilliant.
Even in the final, when you knew you didn't actually have to win to be champion, you were second, you got through, you were determined to win the final as well, weren't you?
It's nice to win on a maximum, isn't it? So if I won it, then there would be no problem, so that was my main aim from the start.
You're really in a tremendous vein of form at the moment, aren't you?
Yeah, it's been going really well. Over the last sort of 12 meetings, I've been on the rostrum 10 times in Europe and that. And the only downside of the last couple of weeks is the Grand Prix in France, and I've been in the last chance race in there, and a bit of bad luck, but I'm not complaining. I just hope this can seal my Grand Prix Challenge slot.
I think it indicates your decision to stop on the grass and not ride the speedway this year, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely taken its toll. You know, it's given me a lot more time to prepare and travel to the meetings and less tired and that. So, you know, the results are showing that it's a better season for me. So I just want to keep it going and do the same next year.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2006 Masters Solo Champion, Ivor Matthews. Okay, everybody happy then? So ladies and gentlemen, first, second and third, Richard Smith, Jamie Rodgers and Andrew Appleton. I think one of that's going to go in the very best of luck.
No, I'll stand on there. They used to
and long may the rest continue. The programme the 30th of May next year, I'm sure it'll be a fabulous lineup as it always is. Thank you for stopping on. I know there are people that want to go. And thank you very much indeed. I look forward to seeing you on the 30th of May for West England. Thank you very much.
Everybody makes a clean start. Who's another grip at that start? Who's going to lead? They come by us the first time. Glen Phillips made a good start. Martin Williams, Andrew Appleton had three abreast going into that top corner for the first time. Glen Phillips dives so on the inside. Andrew Appleton gets round the outside. Martin Williams follows the first place. Where we go then with race number 4, the heat of the 500 solo, and it's number 17 in Joe Screen leads. They come by the first time. They're three abreast in fact going into that top corner. Matt Tills in the thick of the action. Duncan Tolhurst is passed by Steve Smith, has gone through and forced the first and leads in that top corner for the first time. It's Steve Smith leads it. Looks like Paul Whitelam leads into that top corner for the first time. Colin Blackbourn in second. Rob Bradley trying to find a way through on the inside. So Rob Bradley dives back through on the inside. He's on the inside of Colin Blackbourn. He's almost running into Paul Whitelam as they go up the back straight once again. The best sidecar action so far as Paul Whitelam leads Rob Bradley going up that back straight, and lap number 2 is still Colin Blackbourn in second. Rip McCauley's got the third. Gary Jackson in fourth as they come out of that top corner once again. Whitelam leads it. Bradley again trying to find a way through on the inside. So Rob Bradley goes wide, cuts back to the inside. There's a bite between these two as they go up the back straight once again. Whitelam just a bit quicker going up that back straight, but Rob Bradley again closes the gap on the entry to that top corner. These two are all the way clear. Colin Blackbourn holding that third place position. Whitelam goes wide. Rob Bradley comes for the inside. It's Whitelam that gets it from Rob Bradley in second place. Richard Thomas is the clear leader for John Halsey pushing hard in second place. Look at the pair of Rob Wilson going into that top corner. He's on the shoulder of John Halsey making the move around the outside. He comes alongside Richard Thomas. They're three abreast coming out of that top corner. Thomas leads it. Halsey in second, but Wilson again making a move around the outside. They're three abreast again going into that bottom corner as Wilson moves through in the second place. It comes around the outside. Richard Thomas, John Halsey again coming back up the inside. Spectacular action. They got that back straight once again. It's Wilson leads him and Thomas in second. Halsey's in third. Hiscock dropping back in third. Gary Jackson going for speed, holding that third place. Just about holding Richard Thomas back as they dive in that bottom corner for the first time. And these two locked together at half of the back straight the first time. Myles Simmons goes through into the third place. This is Colin Blackbourn. He goes wide. Rob Bradley trying to find a way through on the inside. These two locked together as they come by us the first time. Blackbourn leading and Bradley in second. Simmons is in third place. Looks like Rodgers in fourth and Bradley gets through on the inside of Colin Blackbourn. The lead going up the back straight the first time. Colin Blackbourn again trying to get back round the outside. There's half a bite between these two as they go in that top corner once again. Bradley leads and Blackbourn in second. Simmons definitely getting close in that third place. It's for the first time. Rob Wilson second. Nicky Owen has got the third. Looks up just the 5 runners coming out this time. They want them coming into that top corner. Fairly first time. Rip McCauley is a race to the Rob Wilson trying to get round the outside. Duncan Tolhurst is back in third. Steve is back in fourth place. They move in that bottom corner. 31st. There's nothing but between the first 4 outfits. But Rob Wilson's found a way around the outside. Rip McCauley trying to get back up the inside. It's Wilson leads it then for a wide rod of McCauley. Second Tolhurst again. Almost on the inside of McCauley. Right between these two. Tolhurst again trying hard in third. Halsey's going to close the gap back in fourth place. He's second flag out then for Rob Wilson making it 2-2. So he tried for second and third. It's just a Rip McCauley from Duncan Tolhurst. Where we got in with the restart of race number 16 there. And who's going to make the crucial start? Jamie Rodgers made a good start. Glen Phillips has gone. Richard Smith. Joe Screen has made the best of starts. He's in fourth place again on the entry to that top corner. Goes round the outside. He's still back in third place. Jamie Rodgers leads from the back three. Joe Screen goes through into second place. They move into that bottom corner once again. Rodgers leads Screen. Looks in a bit of trouble there in second place. He's come under pressure for that second place as Jamie Rodgers leads a restart. Rodgers leads him. Phillips in second. It's Screen in third. Screen's in trouble. Screen's gone down on the exit from that bottom corner. Jamie Rodgers gets the win. Oh my word! Richard Smith has gone over the top on Joe Screen on that bottom corner. My word, my word. That is an awful incident there. Joe Screen down on the track. But it's Martin Williams to lead into that top corner. Martin Williams goes down. Martin Sturgeon on his shoulder there. These two locked together. They go into the bottom corner for the first time. The racing continues with 4 outfits only as they come down by us for the first time. They're 3 abreast coming out of that top corner. Wilson leads it then Blackbourn in second. Hiscock's gone through the second place. We're getting Blackbourn to that third place position. And there goes Halsey throwing the into Whitelam again back round the outside. Halsey's moving through the second place. The battle's on the third and fourth places. Steve having to go on the inside. Paul White and these two locked together coming out of that bottom corner. Steve Smith gets her on the inside. Paul White and to move through into third place and picking up the victory in race number 19. Myles Simmons gets her in while John Halsey's got bike problems. That's in the field with Steve Smith. Drama again on that top corner in race number 19. That scrap gone on for the minor places. Still it's Phillips in second with Sturgeon in third. Lee's now got round the edge of Hickmott to move through into fourth place. Hickmott gets back through. Lee again trying to get back round. Daniel Winterton in the thick of the action. 3 abreast to 4th, 5th and 6th places. Lee again has moved round the edge of Hickmott to move through into 4th place. Kinchin dives through on the inside. Godden to move through in the second place. Richard Thomas and Lee's going in that top corner. Rob Bradley's got the second place. Rod Wilson making the move round the outside. We're busy watching Myles Simmons on the inside, see what's happening. And the race has started. Rod Bradley goes through on the inside. Richard Thomas. Cossar leads it. Smith trying to come through on the inside line. It's Tiller in third with Stoneman the reserve in fourth place. They go in that top corner once again. Steve Smith is finding a way through on the inside. Mark Cossar. Cossar again trying to get back through on the inside. Smith. Matt Tittle trying to get back in the axis. Smith leads him and Cossar in second. 4 abreast going up the back straight, but Duncan Tolhurst leads going in to that top corner. Looks like John Halsey tucked into that second place position. They come up the bend and through to complete the opening lap. Then it is Duncan Tolhurst who leads it for John Halsey in second place. Mcauley in third. Form roller trying to get through on the into this. Got these two locked shoulder to shoulder for 4th and 5th place going up the back straight, and Form roller's got through on the inside. Hiscock as they got that top corner for the first time. As Andrew Appleton leads there, but Jamie Rodgers holding that second place. Duncan Tolhurst made a cracking start. Looks like Rod Wilson's gone with Myles Simmons also in the thick of the action. Myles Simmons leads into that top corner. Rick McCoy I think finds himself at the back of the mountain. The end of that top bend for the first time. It's Myles Simmons who lead with Duncan Tolhurst making the move through on the inside. Steve Smith comes in now to go through in the third place. Mark Cossar's made a dreadful start. Paul White moves through in the third place and almost turns it sideways trying to get through on the inside. Kevin Thomas fights for third and fourth. It's just John Hiscock. We look down that start for the last time. Everybody, it's Jamie Rodgers been left on the line. I've got a feeling Jamie Rodgers left on the line. Steve Braidford leads into that top corner. Andrew Appleton in second place. Andrew Appleton gets through on the inside. Jamie Rodgers left the line. Disaster there for Jamie Rodgers. The 2006 Masters champion is going to be Andrew Appleton. Up they go. The tank's full up. Who's made the crucial start? Rob Bradley has made a good start. Looks like to me he leads going on the back straight the first time. Myles Simmons goes running into Rob Bradley going into that top corner. Where is Rob Wilson? I think Rob Wilson's right at the back at the moment. There's Myles Simmons leads coming out that top corner, but Rob Bradley goes through on the inside. Rob Bradley leads the sidecar followed by Myles Simmons in second. No, they haven't got to win the final, but they will win the final. Rob Bradley and Shaun Simpson are Masters champions. Myles Simmons gets a second, Steve Smith gets a third, Paul Whitelam in fourth, Duncan Tolhurst in 5. The drama, Rob Wilson in 6th place and couldn't make any points up. That is the drama of the 2006 Masters Sidecar final.